What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is going on, Internet? We are back once again here live on this lovely Friday. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Kick. We're live on Twitch. How is everybody doing? What's up, Big Pimpins? Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat before we get into some big stuff. BB's been teasing us. They've been dropping some little hints. I've zoomed, I've enhanced. I'm going deep to break down all the little things that are going on in this teaser. Let's talk about it. Plus, I have a pretty good idea of when we're going to get good, solid information about the season. So we're going to get into that. But first, once again, let's check in on the chat. Jessica!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Amanda!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Lori!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is up, Big Pimpin'? Who else do we got in here? Jennifer!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Marianne!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is up, Big Pimpin'? Glim Girls!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Stan!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is going on? Who else do we got? Julie!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Jario! Is that JD? What's up, JD?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Who else do we got? Did I miss anybody on the YouTube side? No. And then we got, now, is it WD Ill or W Dill? What's up, Big Pimpin'? Lock in, lock in, lock in. Love to see it. And also, we can't forget. Big Bondo.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? We got another What's Up, Big Pimpin' and Jaybird over on Twitch. What's going on? We got Kendra over on YouTube.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? And then Laura.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What is up, Big Pimpins? Now, we got a couple of things to talk about. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. You're free to watch wherever you like. It is totally up to you. But we do have some interesting things to talk about. So, BB has been dropping some little things, right? They've been putting some Instagram posts out. They've been putting some TikToks out.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
They're teasing all that stuff. Dan, I see you over there. Is your mic a bit off? Is it? It shouldn't be. Can you guys hear me? We good? Let me know. It's muffled? You know what? I felt like something was happening like this the other day. Hold on. How's that? Audio's crackling. I'll try something. Hold on. Any better? Any better now? You may have also saw me do a Nintendo 64 blow into the cartridge move, right? Like, not really? Man, what is going on? No? Sounding scratchy, but kind of normal. It sounded fuzzy. What could be doing that? Okay, how about now? Yes, I know it was muted. I was trying. I didn't want you guys hearing all the stuff. Yay? I hear a yay. Oh, sounding good. That is great. Marsha.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Are we through? Are we perfect? Are we through the audio issues? Did we survive the great audio scratching of 2025? Can we all check in safe? Are we all good? It's better, perfect. All right. Yes, your sound engineering team is happy. All right. Brain Blast is back, by the way. Oh, what's Brain Blast? I don't know what that is, Bond. Oh, in Rivals. Yes, in Rivals. The big head mode. Yeah. I was like, what's Brain Blast? This sounds cool. What is this? All right. Okay, now that we have the audio issues out of the way, everybody coming on in. What's up, Big Pimpins?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Okay, there's ghosts in the machine. Did you guys just see that? My light just went out. Okay, I have a theory. All right, I have a theory. So one of the things is, it's freaking hot right now, guys. Like, it is very hot. Like, this was like kind of like the first like really hot day of the year. And in my little studio office here, it is slightly boiling. I have some frozen water. This was frozen solid when I brought it in here. This was frozen solid when I brought it in here, so I think I'm haunted. You know what it actually is? I actually have another theory. I'm about to blow up some big secrets for Big Brother 27, and they're trying to shut me down. They're like, listen, Ori, you can't do this. You can't say what you're about to say. They are trying to shut me down, but we won't allow it. We're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. Need some water. All right. So we're haunted. We got crazy stuff going on. I also will mention, hey, if you want to, it is not required, but always appreciated. You can hit !Ori Fund and support Oris all throughout the world. It is a thing you can do. But I want to get into the big topic that we need to talk about today. Like I said, Big Brother's been kind of teasing us. They posted like a thing with Julie where she was doing like a photo shoot. The bio was updated on the Instagram and I believe TikTok, and there was a little bit of a mistake. They put in there that it was going to be Thursdays and Sundays where you could watch, and people are like, oh, 2 days. I don't think it's going to be like a 2-day episode kind of thing they're going to do this season. I think that was just a mistake left over from last season. What is that? What just happened? What just happened? Where's my activity feed? What's going on? All right, this thing, refresh that because it didn't show up. What just happened? Bondo! Bondo gifted 10 subs. That's all you can get is the da-da-da-da. Because we're on YouTube, we can't do the full shebang. But you get the da-da-da-da. You get the da-da-da-da with 10 gifted subs. Shadow Legend, Marsha, Leon FN, Seabass, Tic Tac, our new friend W Dill getting one. Wabbit McFlex. We loved that guy last time when he came in. Wabbit McFlex getting one. Flash, Paige, and Padre. Bondo, you absolute legend. All you get is the da-da-da-da. I can't do the da-da-da-da any more than the da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I can do that. I can sing it for you. But even that, I feel like it's kind of close because I got the voice of an angel. And I feel like even that could get dinged for copyright because it was such a good rendition of the song, right? And it's a thing. It's a thing. All the sha, but not the bang. Yeah, all the sha, but not the bang. It's a thing. It's a thing. Thank you so much, Bondo. Where were we? Oh, Big Brother stuff. Big Brother stuff. So we've got all these little teases, right? They put on there, it was like Thursday and Sunday that the episodes were going to be on. I think that's just a leftover from when they had last year, the Summit and Survivor were on Wednesdays, so they didn't have any Wednesday episodes. So I don't think that necessarily means that we're getting 2 episodes a week or anything like that. I think what is really going to be interesting, though, is they always announce the schedule right around this first week of May. May in general is just big for networks. They do like the whole May sweeps week, which is like a big time for the ratings for networks. They release their schedules for the summer and the upcoming fall and new projects they're working on, new shows they're trying to get greenlit, all that kind of thing. I believe the press release for last year's season came on May 7th. So this upcoming week, we should get confirmation of when the premiere date is, and whether or not it will be like a 2-night event or anything like that, and what the kind of schedule will look like moving forward, whether they're going to change times, you know, how sometimes it switches all around. So we're going to get some good information coming up here this week. The other thing is, though, they're still doing casting calls, and one of the ones that I just saw recently is going to have Suri at the casting call, which makes me think they're kind of desperate for people. It makes me feel like they're not happy with the cast and they're looking for people. So I'm just saying, if you want to get on the season, maybe get your stuff in there. because I think they're looking for good players. I think they're looking for big personalities. So get on out there and do it. But what we're going to break down today, let me switch on over here. What we're going to break down today is this video that was posted on the Big Brother TikTok. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot in here. And we're going to go over it. But let's watch it. Let's just watch it first. Let me see. Where's my OBS so I know if this is going to be too loud for you guys or not. Let's put this like so. All right, let's see. Okay, that doesn't seem too loud. Just the BB music after all. They're creating a new folder. What's that folder going to be called? BB27. They're getting ready for the season. They're excited. I'm excited. We've got BB27 date announcement, right? That's going into the folder. You got Quinn on there. Coming soon. So just like I said, I think we're getting to that point now where the date announcement should be sometime this week. It's historically always been around this time of year, so we should be looking for that. But you may notice there's some other things going on here. And at first I was like, oh, maybe there's something that we could take away from this. So what did I do? I zoomed in and I enhanced it. We're going to go in here and we're going to look at all this. And I can actually explain each and everything here because there was a couple of things when I first watched it. I was like, oh, is this so-and-so? And I wasn't 100% sure what was going on there. But then as I looked at it deeper and I zoomed in and enhanced, I figured out everything that was going on. So first off, reindeer games. We got a reindeer games folder up there. I don't think that necessarily means anything. It's just kind of a little Easter egg for us fans. That they haven't forgotten about reindeer games. And who knows, maybe something will come along with it. I know a lot of people loved it. I honestly, if I'm being full honest, wasn't a huge fan of the whole reindeer game concept. I thought in general, it should have just been more of a regular shortened season than kind of just almost like a mini challenge type of a thing, really. That it wasn't really Big Brother. It was all about the challenges more than anything else. There was a little bit of, backstabbing and stuff like that in it, but just in general, reindeer games it didn't scratch that Big Brother itch that I really wanted it to. We just got one labeled audio, BB26, BB27. This one here, when I first had it zoomed out, like when I first saw it like this, like just, small, I was like, is that Leia? Is that Leah? And I couldn't really tell, but once I zoomed in further, and also the BB 25.5 kind of thing points it out, this was from when they do like the press media things right before the season starts. They'll let a couple of press people in there and they do like a little Big Brother. It's really kind of a way so they can test the audio and the cameras, make sure everything's working properly. It's kind of like a test run for production more than anything else, but they let them go in there and play like a little mini game of Big Brother. It's actually like I think all up on YouTube, and like they edit it into like a full episode for them. It's kind of cool. But over here we've got the Wanted by the BBI poster with Chemo, T-Core, Joseph from when they blew up the Pentagon, which still, if you think about it, is quite a phrase that was said inside the Big Brother house. I think we should blow up the Pentagon. I feel like I'm on a list now. I'm on a list. Like, how are they obviously have Wanted posters. How am I not on a list just for saying that? I don't know. Another nice little Easter egg here with Danielle. You got the reindeer games with the RG, but Traders as well. She was just on the most recent season of Traders US. She did really, she did her thing, I guess. She got pretty far. Her and Brittany were kind of, working together, but also, turning on each other. It was like a whole thing. It wasn't the Danielle that I love and remember. It wasn't quite the same. I don't think her game on the Traders was as good as it could have been. God's Country, I'm assuming just kind of a little nod to Julie. Then we have over here the BB25 Wrapped. It's kind of like the mock Spotify Wrapped type deal that they did for BB25. Over here, we've got the BB mouse in the house. Do you guys remember when the Team America, they had to do a task where they had to pretend that there was like a mouse in the house and keep everybody up for like the whole night? I think they were successful in it too. And then here we just have a weird little meme with Jesse and Nicole Franzel. I believe that says "You are green," and this says "I am." So yeah, I don't know if there's really much that we can actually take from this, right? I think these are just little Easter eggs, little things just kind of put in there to just be like, oh, hey, look at us, we know things. I don't know if this necessarily is even going to relate to the theme that's going to be going on at all. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a morsel that they're putting on out there before we get the official news on when everything's going to be taking place this season. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know. Is there more to this than I'm seeing? Is these hints that they're going to be the captains of the season, right? Are we going to get Nicole or Jesse and Derek? Maybe T-Core Chemo, Joseph, Danielle, Quinn. Are they going back in the game? How about any of these people on the BB25 Wrapped? You got Jag and Matt. Are they going back into the game? I don't think so. If I had to guess, they're going for newbies, which also I think is an indication with the casting calls that I mentioned that they're still doing. It seems like they are looking for new cast members to get on in there and do their thing. So I wouldn't expect too many returnees, but there's always the chance, right, that they go and say, hey, we don't feel good about this crop. Let's grab somebody last minute, throw them on in there as this returning player, and that's part of our twist. So is it out of the realm of possibility? No, but it could happen. It could happen. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Got the audio all fixed up. Is the BB version of Amazing Race going to start right after the new BB season ends? That's a good question. I would actually imagine there's going to be a little bit of overlap in the season. I would say Amazing Race is probably going to start sometime maybe around like August or so, maybe September, sometime around there. And I would imagine the BB season, the way they've been doing them recently, they've been going almost until October now with the BB season. So I do imagine there's going to be some overlap. And why wouldn't you want that a little bit, right? When you have the BB viewers there watching, they see that promo for, hey, I just watched those guys play Big Brother. Maybe I'll watch The Amazing Race now. And that's kind of what they're hoping for. It's also, I said before, I think something that is good to see from the people who are running Paramount and CBS and everything. Because to me, that means they have faith in Big Brother, not just for the show itself, but to risk the performance of another show based solely on a twist where the whole season is Big Brother players. Whereas if they didn't believe in Big Brother, I would imagine they would just go and do their own Amazing Race cast with, regular people. So I think that's something that is a good indicator on how they feel about the show. Exciting, I think so. Is that Norma?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? That would be great to watch. God's Country is referencing SNL. Is it referencing SNL? I'll be honest, I'm not a big SNL watcher anymore. I used to be. Back in the day, man, when they had Farley, when they had Will Ferrell on there, just like those classic SNLs were amazing. And then I fell off for a while. I know Keenan's on there. Keenan's, from my days, right? He was on all that and stuff like that. I think he's now like the longest running SNL host or something. But is that a reference to SNL? I would imagine it was just a reference to Julie, right? She's got her whole podcast and everything. She's always, very religious. I think she sends all the house guests a Bible after their season. I think all of them, when they get their care package, I think they get a Bible from Julie. I'm not 100% on that, but I think. Danielle was different on the Traders, but it was a different game. Love Team America. Yeah, you know what, Cara? Exactly, right? It's a different game. But I still felt like, that Danielle that we remembered, right? The very strategic Danielle wasn't quite there. It felt like she was making a lot more mistakes than what I would have expected from her in the game. But also, yeah, again, like Traders is such a hard game. I feel like when you are a trader, you have a leg up. It is a huge advantage in the game if you can be a trader. But it did feel like she was making a few mistakes here and there. But also, there's a lot of big personalities, right? Like it is not an easy game, and it's a lot of luck based. I feel like it's also why I wish the traders would change up their format. I wish they would change up their format just a tiny little bit. Epstein, what is up, buddy? What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing? Where else are we here? Let's see. I know I missed something. Oh, I wouldn't mind if they brought back Big Brother OTT on Pluto TV. Honestly, that would be a good idea too, right? Like, I don't know why they don't utilize the house and the set. It just sits there, right? It's not like it's being used for anything else. I don't know why they don't utilize it more. Maybe they're afraid of Big Brother fatigue. But I feel like if you space it out enough, especially now that there's no Big Brother Canada, I feel like it's worth it. I wouldn't mind if they bring back the fun secret tasks. I like when there's a secret task that leads to something, right? I don't like the idea that, you just get a power for, whatever reason. But if you get like a secret task and then you have to pull something off and then you get a power, I don't know. That's always a little bit more fun, right? I wish they would bring back the secret rooms, right? Like have there be things in the house for them to discover along the way. It's not going to take them long, right? But you can also do it where it's a little bit more tricky, right? Put codes on things in the design, right? Make it where it's almost like you wouldn't know unless you really were looking for it, right? And I think that would be a fun little addition to the game because you have the house, right? Which can almost be its own character if you let it. But I never feel like they really fully utilize it to what it could be. Everyone's excited. Not Nicole, please. Yeah, there's Otter.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? I think with there being a BB season of Amazing Race, I think there won't be old house gets. And that's the thing too, right? Like if you already have, returning people on the Amazing Race, are you really going to do it on the season as well? That doesn't mean there's not going to be some casting twist again either. It might even be somebody else not from the Big Brother universe, right? We saw Sari come in on 25, right? Could they get some other Survivor player? Could there be an Amazing Race player? We've seen that happen before too. What was that on? Was it 18? Yeah, it was 18, right? Or yeah. I think because that was Nicole's second season. They had Amazing Race players come on there. Could it be someone from the challenge? Right? There were rumors of CT. I think on the last one when Sari was coming too. So who knows? Could be anything. But I tend to agree that I think they want to do more new. Fresh house guests than anything else. Amazing Race is still on now. Yeah, there is a season I think currently going on, right? I haven't seen it like any of it. So I'm not 100% sure. 2 more shows. Okay. SNL back in the day, in a van down by the river, 100%, Cara, 100%. She cannot act. So, and that's kind of the thing too, right? With the traders, you need a little bit of like an acting skill to you, right? And it's different than lying, right? Lying and acting are, they're cousins, but they're different, right? They're not exactly the same. And that is something that I think you do need in the traders. She was painful to watch. Agree, Cara. She did too much. And I love her. And that's the thing too, right? Like I love Danielle. Danielle's one of my favorite players of all time. And I was so excited to see her play again. But I really felt like Brittany actually played a much better game of traders than Danielle did, even though she had her own faults. I want more regular people like the first season of Traders. I agree with that as well, Butterfly. I'm a big fan of the UK And the UK only does regular people, and now they're even doing a spin-off where it's a whole separate series with celebrities. So they're going to be doing 2 seasons of the Traders, and I think the US should do that too. But it's weird. It feels like Traders is even bigger in the UK than it is here. Over there, it's been wildly popular. It's like one of those things like everybody kind of talks about. And, you know, like back in the day, how, you know, when TV shows used to come out, they called them like the water cooler shows. That's like the water cooler show over in the UK of the modern day. Like everybody loves the Traders UK over there. Big Brother After Dark used to feel sort of bad. Butterflies watched, yes, Traders UK. We were watching it over on Kick. Speaking of, we have been thinking of trying to do some new show coming up. I think we might as well. We might as well do the Traders New Zealand. It's the only Traders season that I have not seen. It's the only one. So maybe we just finish it up. Maybe we wrap it up. Because one of the things is, as well, we plan on doing Ori-Palooza. Let me bring that up. Where's that at? Ori-Palooza, 12-hour stream. It's celebrate my birthday. Sunday, May 11th, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. We'll be live for 12 hours. We'll be doing some gaming and stuff like that. But also, I thought one of the kind of interesting things we could do is a tier list of every single Big Brother player ever, where you will be able to control whether or not they move up and down. If you feel strongly about a certain individual, you can use things like the Ori Fund and you know, move those players around. I got to come up with like a little bit more rules. I think I need some more rules because the last time we did it was kind of a free for all and it got crazy. So I think we need to establish something with that so it doesn't get too out of hand. But that's going to be a lot of fun. But also I thought, you know, we could take little breaks here and there, maybe watch a couple of episodes of whatever show we were trying to watch. So I think maybe Traders New Zealand. And we'll probably start it on Sunday. So Sunday will be the first episode, like this upcoming Sunday. Will be like the first episode we'll do of the Traders New Zealand. I can't actually show it on YouTube, but you know, there's, like I said, we're live on 3 different things, and you know, I might have the ability to show different things on other platforms. So you know, watch where you like. You can always sync up an episode. We'll definitely have you know, sync up points and everything. But yeah, you know, Kick's a great place. Twitch is there too, but I mean, Kick is a great place. Let's see where we're at here with the chat. I know I've missed a lot on the Kick side. The problem is, I lost the window. Here it is. Here it is. All right. Let's see here. Everybody was helping me get my my stuff going. Yeah, we definitely need to call the Ghostbusters then. Absolutely. Today wasn't so hot here. I'm in Florida. Why is it so hot here? Why do I gotta do it? Ori Fest is like a week away or so. 100% is then. Let's see. I'm all the Shaw, not the bang. Bondo, are you a Knicks fan as well? Did you see the JB game winner? I saw that. I also saw the Lakers get eliminated. Jaybird. It's cold in LA, at least for the LA standards. Ooh, I wish. It's hot here. It is hot here. You look like the Bombardian crocodilo. I don't know what that is. Is your username what I think it is? Am I misreading this? I'm not 100% sure. Okay. I'll have to look that up. Not sure what it is, but what's up, Big Pimpin? Wait, what? Yeah, Laura, I don't know. Sri was there as casting or to be on it? So Sri is going to be at one of the upcoming casting calls. Let me see if I can find that. I saw someone post it on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Copy that. Go over here. Paste this. Here we go. There's a casting call on May 9th. And Suri is supposed to be there. It's at the Rivers Casino in Portsmouth, wherever that is. I don't know where that is.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Does anybody know where Portsmouth is? Or Portsmouth? Where's Portsmouth? Anybody know? Anybody know where that is? Yeah, Suri will be at a casting call, right? So to me, that feels like they're trying to get a lot of people to come on out, right? Like, they usually don't have, you know, people there all the time, right? Every so often you'll get somebody, right? Like they might have like Taylor or something. But this late in the casting process to have Suri on May 9th, it feels like maybe they're a little desperate, right? Trying to get some people in there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but who do we got here? Vessel of the Voided. Hello. This is my first time catching you live. Also, happy birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's next Sunday. Next Sunday is my birthday. We're doing a big Oripalooza event. You're not going to want to miss it. It's 12-hour stream, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Feel free to come on out. But yeah, we're just chatting a little BB. And some of the teases they've been giving us over the past few days. I expect the full announcement for the schedule and premiere to be fairly soon this upcoming week. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Let's catch up on the Kick Chat here. Just to watch people stand in line. I guess maybe some will go to simply see her, right? Maybe. Kind of like the hype person. Exactly. I'd be down for Jag to return. Derek, no. He just got a new show on America's Most Wanted. He did just get a new show on America's Most Wanted. And is that Char?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing? All right. Let's see. Over back on the YouTube side. Bring back pulling keys and the food comps. I definitely agree with the food comps. Here's my little bit of a take on it. I think the food comps, when you do just like have-nots, like it comes to the point where it's just kind of like an obligation. It's like a chore. Everybody's got to do it, and they just kind of volunteer for it. There's not a lot of hard feelings. When you do the food competitions, there's something about like, I keep losing and it's this guy that's on my team that just stinks, right? I keep getting paired up with him and I keep losing these damn food competitions. And I feel like it builds more of animosity towards the other house guests that way. Because nobody really cares. It's like, oh yeah, the HOH has to pick some have-nots. Who wants to do it this week? I haven't done it yet. I'll do it. Right? Whereas if you have it be an actual competition, there's more to it, right? And it kind of stings a little bit more when you actually lost and you have to go up there. And then people end up going up there like 3-4 times in a row. And like, that's terrible. It's terrible when that happens. It's terrible when that happens to people. But I don't know. I think if you're going to do it, do the food comps, right? If not, just get rid of have-nots at this point. There's really no other point in having have-nots if there's nothing else on the line with it. I just saw something about that, Butterflies. They are saying it needs to be all regulars or all reality people. And I'd be happy if they did both and made 2 seasons a year. 100%, Brienne. I am 100% with you guys on that. And like I said, that's why I love the UK. They do all regular people. There's 3 seasons of it now. If you guys haven't seen all 3 seasons, they're fantastic. I think the second season's probably my favorite. I think the second season may be my favorite. Season 3 is really good too. And season 1, I watched the UK version first before I watched the US version. And I almost feel like I wish I watched the first season of the US with Suri before I watched the UK version, because I would have appreciated it so much more of how they were playing that game. And it's good. It's real good. I like it. Some country singer, Morgan Wallen, was on SNL, dropped right at the credits of the SNL, didn't say goodbye to the cast, and then said, going back to God's country on Instagram when boarding a private jet. That's so weird. Basically, the criticism of New York. Butterflies, yes, the food comps were fun. 17 with Jeff and Jackie. Yes, that's when the Amazing Race people were on there. I would like a BB Worldwide, people from every country of BB on a season together. See, that's another one that I think would be a lot of fun too, right? And there would be far less pre-gaming on that. Like there would be some, and there's going to be connections, you know, no matter what. But when you have it that broad and that far reaching, it limits how many connections there actually are. I think Matt ate McColl's steak. Oh my God, I remember that actually. I remember that. She was not happy. She was not happy. And Matt was basically a garbage disposal. He could down food. Slaughter said, I agree. Bring back the food comps. Don't volunteer for half knots. Yes, that was funny. Oh, man. Kara totally didn't share. Water cooler, you didn't say it with the normal accent. So that's actually a thing. When I say water, like if I want a glass of water, I say water. When I ask for like Rita's water ice, I say water ice. For some reason, and I don't know why, when you combine those two words, water cooler, I can kind of say, and even then I feel like I say it better, but there's still that little bit of the wah. Like instead of like wah, it's like the woo. Like there's still a little bit of that in there. It doesn't escape all the way. Where he makes an alliance with everyone. And the backstory, Jessica, that is not true. That is not true. I mean, only if they'd like to be backdoored. Listen, if you ask for a backdooring, I mean, you know, okay. But other than that, never would I turn my back. For a new show, how about Kiwi Survival? They have accents. From what I hear, season 1 is boring, but season 2 is excellent. Okay, well, I have to add that to the list. Hold on, let me copy that just so I don't lose it. I will look that up after the show. I will look that up. Let's see. New Zealand Survivor is boring as shit both seasons. Oh, not good. Not good, Tim. Tim's disagreeing. Who can afford to take a summer off work to be on the cast this year? Yeesh. Nicole, you ain't wrong on that one either, right? It's crazy out there. And yeah, you know, it's why hey, listen, it's never required. Always appreciated. There is the Ori Fund. There is the Ori Fund down below. Help support Oris all around the world in these trying times. $6 eggs. The second season is better than the first. Woo, Ori Palooza. Let's see. Bring on the spaghetti to Ori Palooza. The first season is a bunch of celebrities I never heard of. I didn't realize it was your B-Day, Ori. Next Sunday. May 11th, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 12-hour stream. Celebrate my birthday. Come on out. It's going to be a good time. Not today. Next Sunday. And instead, no, I am not. I am not turning 36. That is a lie, Stin. New Hampshire. Happy early birthday. I appreciate it. I don't know. It was a thing for Ori Palooza saying 12-hour stream for his birthday. I thought it was today. Next Sunday. Yeah. The 11th. Yes. Portsmouth is in Virginia. Okay. So I learned something. Portsmouth is in Virginia. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Soldier Barbie was great on Traders UK, Stin. New Hampshire and Virginia. Oh, so there's two of them. Oh, so it could be New Hampshire or it could be Virginia. I have a Boston accent. It's water. Just don't do the blender food competition. That was the worst BB comp. Agreed. I hate gross food comps. They it's one of those things, especially like if you're the type of person where it's like, ooh, let me have dinner while I watch my show of Big Brother, and then it's the blender comp, and you're like, I'm suddenly not hungry anymore. I think I'm good. I think I think I'm gonna just call it a night. Where are we at here? Did you watch me get out of? Did you watch Get Out of Here on Hulu? It wasn't bad. I did actually watch it, and yeah, for what it wasn't bad. Right? It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was a little awkward at times, and I think there needs to be a little bit of a change up. Like early game, like it was almost impossible to escape, right? Because you have the button and the watchtower and there's like nothing to do. So it was all like designed like just like to make it happen like later and later. And then eventually they gave them like more abilities to like shut off the button and things like that. But it wasn't terrible for what it was. It wasn't terrible. Talk about BB. We were talking about BB. Czar. You know, you might have just showed up a little late. We showed up a little late. We were talking about BB. Yeah. Otter, I thought you knew I was from Boston. The news article I read says the casting event is in Portsmouth, Virginia. All right, so it's Virginia. We've confirmed it's Virginia. Probably have mentioned it more than once. It's me. Susan Mann, she was something. Susan who? I don't remember Susan from Big Brother. That was the thing too. So I've been putting together the tier list of all the Big Brother players, and I can't believe how many of them I was like, I completely forgot about this person. I completely forgot about this person, and to me, I guess that just means they're gonna be down on the list. Is there a Kiwi version of Big Brother? I don't know actually. I know there's the Australian version, right? Speaking of Tim from BB Australia, he gets to be on our tier list because he played BB Can. He gets to play BB Can. So there's at least one Australian representative on our BB tier list when we do that next Sunday. What are your thoughts on this season of Survivor? Oh, Jennifer, you... Here's the thing. The new era of Survivor in general is really bad. It's really, really bad. Especially when you watch Survivor Australia and you can compare the two. Survivor Australia actually started pretty much just before Survivor US, I think. And the way they do their season, there's 3 episodes a week. So you really fly through it. And the episode's runtime, like the actual content, right, is the same as Survivor US. They're about an hour of actual content, so it would be like 90 minutes with commercials. Same thing for Big Brother, or for Survivor US. It's like 90-minute episodes, but it's about like an hour of content with about half hour of commercials mixed in. And it is just such a different show. Survivor Australia, they take themselves seriously. They do different comps that aren't just the same old obstacle course puzzle, right? They change it up, and it's just such a better product that they're doing on Australia. Then you go to the US, and it's just it is. They're talking about how they like their steaks done. Who knows the most Taylor Swift songs? They were teaching a girl how to jump on one of the seasons. Like, you don't know how to jump and you're on Survivor? This is who we're casting? Somebody who doesn't know how to jump? Like, there was a guy who couldn't climb a ladder. Like, what are we doing, right? Like, what are we doing with this show? It just feels like a joke at this point, kind of like a goof. And from what I understand, this season's better than most of the new era, right? It's been a little bit better. But like one of the last things I just saw was this rap by some girl named Star, and she's rapping about like Her enemies are plotting. My enemies are plotting. And it's like, that's the show we're watching right now. Like, what does Survivor become? Like, what are we doing? So yeah, I'm not really watching this season. I'll watch like the tribals half the time just to see like what happened. And then like I'll catch like some clips. Like this last episode, I didn't even watch it. I just saw that clip of her rapping. And like it just like why is this on our show? Like why is this a thing? And don't get me wrong, Big Brother has that issue as well. There's a lot of stuff that happens on Big Brother that's just like, it's almost embarrassing sometimes to be a fan. The big difference is, though, we have the entire live feeds to really kind of get our information from. So it is just such a different thing. She fell asleep on Get Me Out and missed out on that. Oh, yes. The girl who fell asleep. Yes. And she had the Phillies headband. Oh, my God. She was awesome. And like, here's the other thing, too, with Gotta Get Out. I feel like what they did, like, she got so many chances to escape while like others maybe got like one. And they said it was random, but it felt like to me they were feeding her chances because they knew she would fail and mess it up somehow. It was great. F and Bowie Jane. Ori, are you still into me? Yes, those like stir fry noodles, 100%. Actually, I probably should get a new box. I haven't had them in a while, but they're so good. My buddy Foxy put me onto them. And they're these, you can get them on Amazon, just a big box of them for hardly anything. And they're delicious because it's like a ramen noodle, right? But you drain the water. You don't actually leave it as like a soup. And there's these like sauce and these like pastes, and there's like these little crunchy onions, and you pour that all in, you mix it all together, and then you mix the noodles in with it. And it's like this like stir fry noodle. It's bomb. It's so good. I cannot recommend them enough. New season for Survivor started good, but why did they stop BB Australia? I don't know. I'm assuming maybe ratings or something. But I don't 100% know. I feel like they miss out because one of the things was I think with the recent seasons, they did like a weird half and half like North American version of BB, but also like international BB, where it was like fan voted, but they also like had like some competitions and stuff for like immunity. So it was a weird mix between the two, and it just to me, I guess it just wasn't really working. I feel like if they just went to the actual like US style of Big Brother, I'm telling you it would be a hit. They would love it. They would love it, but for some reason they want to do the other version of it where it's all like public voting still, which I guess they've been doing it for so long. It's whatever, but I really like the North American style of Big Brother. That's what hits the best. I yell no when I see it was an immunity block balance thing again, right? Like it's just always the same competitions over and over. It wasn't a good rap. I'm still enjoying it though. New Era Survivor is worse than Cartoon Network CR real shows. All of last season, the BB cast thought they were starring at a Broadway show, right? I'm enjoying the new Survivor and had my emotions all over the place. That sounds delicious. Oh, they're so good. I highly recommend them. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon right now. They're amazing. And they have like the spicy versions, and then they have like ones with like lime. Oh, they're just crack a $12 egg in the ramen. I think I'll pass on wasting the $12 eggs. I think we'll save them for something else. But it is a thing you can do. It's actually on the packaging. Like it shows an egg. It shows like a fried egg. But I never do it. Especially now that they're like $12 eggs. Do you agree with that, Stin? I like Survivor when they just got the clothes on their back and one item had to earn the rice and get their own food. Challenges should go back to being tough. I'm with you, Norma. I'm 100% with you. Also, the length is a joke. It's like, what, 26 days now? You know what Survivor Australia does? It's like 50. It's 50 days. It's longer than what old US Survivor used to be. It's rough. It's rough. At least we can sort of vote on stuff like the next season. Yeah, they're trying, and I'm hoping that with 50 they really do kind of a turnaround and go back to like a different style, and because I think the fan base is starting to be like, yeah, what is this? I'm seeing more and more people being like, this just isn't fun anymore. It's cringe. Like, why are we doing this? Let's take the game seriously again. And I'm hoping Big Brother starts to get that way too. I'm hoping they start to be like, hey, let's take this serious and not just be this, cartoony, weird, cringy fest. Which, don't get me wrong, every so often it's fun, right? It's lighthearted, and if it's not overbearing, but a lot of times it's pretty overbearing. Ori, I just ordered Chinese food for dinner, waiting for it to get here. I couldn't cook dinner because of Ori. Oh no, Norma. But enjoy the Chinese. What you get? What's your order? I'm like a General Tso's guy. That's kind of my go-to. The Australian Survivor has better challenge, 100% better challenges. You know what my favorite one was? I forget what season it was. It was one of the past ones not too long ago. It was like a cage match. They put a cage. It was like an octagon that was about, I don't know, 20 feet tall, sticking out of the water. And then they would put people in the cage from each tribe, and they said, first one out wins. And then they had to escape the cage. It was a full-on cage match. And I loved it. It was amazing. They wussed Survivor down. Imagine an old school Survivor with nothing but beef muscle males and females. That's Survivor Australia. They're all like, they're beefcakes. Every single one of them is a beefcake. The men and the women. Like, they're all, like, jacked. Boy, Ori sure loving Australia. He's moving. Maybe. Let's see what the Kick Chat's saying over here. Survivor is mostly filler now. Haven't watched 48, but B vs. B2 solos. I think this season they were teaching someone how to swim. Oh no. 48 is trash. 47 is the best of the new era seasons. I think it was Star who doesn't swim. Oh my gosh. Star is funny in person. I'm sure she is, right? I'm sure she is. But she shouldn't be on Survivor, right? Like, she shouldn't be on Survivor. Same people always were escaping. They could have done the vote better, in my opinion. Like, maybe vote on one thing per week instead of vote on 3 or 4 items every 4 weeks. Yeah, it does seem a little weird how they're doing it. I agree with Norma. Seems like they all brought a change of clothes and their favorite jewelry. That was Titans versus Rebel last season. Yeah, I love that cage match. That cage match was so good. It was so good. And they had the famous Kate. They did have the famous Kate. Chicken, fried rice, and egg roll. My daughter likes eating with the chopsticks. Ooh. I was never good with chopsticks. I'm going to be honest. I know there's like a trick to it. There's like a little trick. I do the thing where you take a straw. Do you guys know this one? You take a straw and you put it on each end of the chopstick, and then it's like it connects them. It's such a cheat code, but I do it because then it works. Miles wasn't on Australian Survivor. There was actually a Miles on this past version of Australian Survivor. The Jungle Rat. I could never master the chopsticks. Me either. That's why I used the cheat. I used a little cheat code. Or the opposite, players like Mama Fee, all them older, not athletic. I'd watch that. See, so that's the thing too, right, Otter? Like, I think there's a place for both, right? But when you make the show itself kind of more of a joke, right? It tends to like lose the specialness of having someone like a Mama Fee, right? Like, how much more would she have really stood out if the show was always kind of just like more of a serious tone that wasn't just making fart jokes and things like that, right? Mama Fee would be this like breath of fresh air that would have just pure comedy coming out of just the absurdity that is this game. And that's what I would rather see than them just like overdo it and just make it super cringe. By the way, Ori, Portsmouth is pronounced Portsmouth. So that's what I kind of said at first. But then I was like, I guess it's Portsmouth. I guess it's not Portsmouth. It's Portsmouth. So thanks for telling me. Because you guys know me. I can't pronounce anything right. You kidding me? Asking me to pronounce something right? Jeez. Get out of here. You think I can pronounce things right? That's funny. Why can I not put this back over here? I don't know why I can't put that back over where I want it to go. Oh well. So other than that, for the BB stuff, there's not too much more. They were, again, we're really waiting for the big announcement, which should be coming this week. It should be happening at some point this week. We'll get the press release of when the actual premiere date will be, somewhat of what the schedule will look like. And I'll keep you guys updated with all that kind of stuff. But I think we will start Survivor Australia. Or not Survivor Australia. We were talking about Survivor. Traders New Zealand on Sunday. Sunday we'll start that, I think. I think that sounds like a plan, right? It sounds like a good plan. You guys like that plan? Portsmouth, as long as they make the comps challenging, odd, or keep it physical, right? Keep it physical. I like a good physical one. Also, I think I saw Australia versus the world premiere June 22nd somewhere. Okay. So that's going to be running almost like right in line probably with Big Brother. Because Big Brother is going to be probably, I would imagine, sometime around there for a premiere date. Like if I had to guess, it would be within a week either side of that. I would say is when we're probably looking at the Big Brother premiere. I wouldn't mind letting viewers pick who the house guests are this season on BB. That would be an interesting concept, right? Almost like they did for BB7. So I realized I still have Sori on the screen. We'll let's see. What do we put up? We'll put this up for now. We'll put the board up for now like that. Plus also it gives me light because my light broke. My light, I think, overheated or something. I don't know what exactly happened. Yeah, I would think that would be kind of interesting, right? Where let's say you had like 20 house guests, right? And then it was put up for a public vote on who the final 16 house guests were, and 4 were left out in the cold. That would be kind of like an interesting little twist, right? Because that's kind of what they did for the original All-Star season, BB7. They had like a bunch of people, and not everybody got on the season. Like Cowboy was brought back, but he wasn't brought back, right? Like he was there, he was an option, but nobody voted for him. So I think that would be kind of cool. I would be into that. I was pronouncing it a town Mikakampi, like Maya Campy. It's Mikopi. Oh. I combined the two that you were doing. Like I was like a canopy, right? So I was like Mikampy, and then it's Mikopi. Oh. If it's Mikopi, where's the A go? Did they just say forget the A? Did they say nah? I don't care about no A. I grew up in Quincy, pronounced Quincy, but you wouldn't know if you were local. Oh, so it's not Quincy, it's Quincy. Oh. Interesting. All you have to go on is their interview. Yeah, right? And here's the thing too, right? Sometimes we see the interviews and we love players, and then we end up hating them. So it could be like a blessing and a curse if they did that, right? It could be one of those things where we get like some actual solid people in there and we get rid of some duds. But then we could end up with some people that like con their way on and we end up with duds. Not our dud. We love our dud. Not that dud, but like dud as in like a dud player. Please find another mama fee for BB27, please. I do love when we have, you know, someone like that a little bit older, right? It's just it's a different mindset that they have. It's a different style of play. And while I don't necessarily think that type of player archetype has a great chance of winning, right? It would take somebody kind of really special to be able to pull it off. I think it's fun. I don't know. Fans get pretty bitter when people are evicted day one. Same with not voting. Right, Laura? Right? Because then there's going to be 4 people that miss out on a shot. But maybe you just do like a battle back with those 4, right, later after people are evicted. I don't know. There's got to be a good way to do it, right? But I feel you, right? Because then it does feel kind of stinky. But also, like, it would be almost the same thing, right? Like, what's the difference between the finalists and the alternates that they always have in Sequester anyway, right? There's always people who are ready to go on the show, and they're just waiting to be told if somebody in front of them isn't going to be on the show, right? So there's always like someone who's at that last cut. Wouldn't it be kind of cooler if we got to see who like the last cut was, right? But I think, I'm not 100% sure on this. I think there's been people who were that alternate that ended up being later on the show, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, nobody should ever get evicted day one. That's lame. Like, imagine you go through the whole process only to get day one. That would kind of suck. But that's what I'm saying, Tim. There's already people that happens to, and we never find out about them. They're just sitting in a hotel room waiting for the show and waiting to see if somebody drops out or if somebody gets kicked off, right? So if we already have that anyway, does it suck? Yeah, but we technically already have it. We just don't see it. So why don't we see it? That's almost kind of the way you can look at people, right? Notable alternates of Claire and Joseph, right? If it wasn't for people dropping out of the season, we wouldn't even have known Claire and Joseph. They would have never been seen ever. But even if somebody didn't drop out and we did it this way, where let's say they had 20 and there's, you know, only 16 spots, at least you would see who those alternates were. We do with many. Some have gone in, done the toast, then evicted. Right? I don't know. I think it's one of those things where it's like I can see both sides of it, right? Because it does suck. And then I always like want those players. Like, I want those players to get another shot, right? Like, there was Jody on, what was that, 14? It was just like, that was brutal. It was brutal. And we need justice for Jody, right? Who else was another? I think it was Cameron. Wasn't Cameron booted? Who's Cameron booted for? Was it Paul? Did they kick Cameron out and they brought Paul in or something? I forget how exactly that worked. But yeah, I don't know. It does stink. It does stink. But like I said, there's people that are already in that situation, but they don't even get on the TV show. Wouldn't you rather get on the show than just sit in the hotel the whole time? I don't know. Let's see. And Claire and Joseph would have never gotten on The Amazing Race afterwards, right? That method would work best for celebrity BB. Yeah, I think that's the other thing too, right? It does kind of suck with the normal person. With celebrities, it would be a little bit more fun, right? It would be a little bit more fun. Cameras booted for Paul. Glenn on 18. Yeah, Glenn. Another one. Let's see. Where are we at over here? I love Fee on Survivor. Oh my goodness. Butterflies. I don't know if butterflies. That would be dangerous. I don't think that's safe. I don't know. That seems cruel and unusual punishment. I would feel bad for her. Martino 3 would be great. Let them have some numbers for a change. We need more Heisums, right? Not sure how to spell his name. Heisum was a lot of fun. I liked Heisum a lot. And the issue that Heisum kind of ran into was Suri pretty much pulled like a Survivor move, right? Instead of, sticking with your alliance like you should do in Big Brother where you just need numbers, she saw Heisum as this threat later on, not realizing there already were plenty of threats in Jag and Matt, and you needed someone like Heisum to stop them, right? If you didn't have Heisum, you're in a lot of trouble. So that was kind of like one of her really big mistakes that she made very early in the game, was actually getting rid of him when they should have kept him. I wonder, do they ever recast a person who didn't make the cut previously? Yes. So they do sometimes get people that will come back. I don't know how far, right? Like I know people who have been called for like the finalists, right? Like where it's like you're almost on the show, right? Like semifinals, and then they didn't make that show and then they came back. Like I think Turner was somebody who made like semifinals for BB 23, and then eventually they brought him back next season for 24. I think Shireen on Survivor this year was an alternate 2 years ago. Yeah, like that kind of stuff happens, especially if you make it like kind of far in the casting process. They like you enough where they'll keep you in mind if they feel like you would fit. Wasn't it Claire and Derek on The Amazing Race? Yes, but Claire, Joseph is, I believe what he's mentioning is Joseph's going to be playing on the new Amazing Race season that's coming up. The one that's like half BB, but like there's also a team that's full BB. It's a thing. But yeah, both of them now have the chance to have played The Amazing Race when they were alternates. Glenn Garcia, day one eviction, BB 18. BB 25 had some great feeds for about 45 days, then it tailed off. It really did. And I kind of do correlate that a little bit with the eviction of Izzy. Once Izzy left, it felt like kind of the heart and soul of the season left with her. And we didn't have as much chaos. There wasn't as much Philadelphia's going off. I just hope it's not cast full of influencers. That's the other thing too, right? There's a lot of times where they'll end up casting these like influencers who really don't even care about the show at all. And they're just there to kind of make a name for themselves, right? And that kind of stinks. But every so often, like, here's the other thing too, right? I don't want a season just of super fan game bots, right? There's something kind of fun about, these players that come in and they learn on the fly and then they kind of figure it out as they go. We need a BB season with all Survivor players. Yes, Megan, I'm not a fan of influencers. Let the alternates and the house guests in the house fight to stay. Let it be a comp. And if you lose, you have to compete again with the alternate to stay. Ooh, see, that's kind of fun. What about a cast of people that cover BB on YouTube? Norma, maybe, maybe one day. Probably never, but maybe one day. Great idea, Norma. Ori's going up. A cast of influencers just turns into Julie Chen's best friend race, right? And yeah, it's one of those things where you don't want them completely not playing the game. You need people who are there to play the game. That's why even like, look, you had people like T-Core and Chemo, like, what were they there for? They were there for, people over profits. They weren't there to win and make money. They were there to have a good time. And it's like, that's not who we need on the show. We need people who are there to win. We need the people there who, either just want the title of being the best or really need that money, right? Like those are the type of people that I want to see in the house. People who are cutthroat, willing to do whatever it takes to win, right? And that's not saying that, someone who goes in there and plays a loyal game is a inherently bad player, right? It's just, if you're going to play a loyal game, are you still playing to win? At the end of the day, are you playing to win? and be loyal, or are you just like there to have a good time and still be loyal? Because at the end of the day, if you're not there to win, what are we doing? Because you could be loyal the entire game. It's okay to, at the very end, not be loyal. You can cut who you need to cut to win the game. You made insurances to a certain point, and then you cut them, right? Like it's not a crazy concept, but we need more people like that. We need more people like that. Also, didn't BB25 also have the zombie week? Yeah, that was a big turning point, Tommy. Also, what's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? That was a big turning point for the season. It really just slowed things down, kind of just grounded it to a halt, because it was like, oh, this week, like, it doesn't even really matter. Like, last week really didn't even matter. Okay, where do we go from here? Ori versus Terran. It could be a showdown. It could be a showdown. They did that on The Amazing Race, and it was not a good season. Uh-oh. T-Core Chemo, where they're just singing. Oh, man. A cast of 16 Angelas, please. Now that I'd be into. I'd be into that as well. Please stop casting people like Chemo and T-Core. Enough with this. I'm with you. I'm not ignoring Kick. I promise. We'll get to you. We're coming over. Let's see. Where were we at here? Camera for Paul. Okay, Crazy Thought. Cast a show based on professional field groupings. Ooh, so like the all lawyers, or you know what the one I saw a lot was? Cops versus criminals, right? Like people that had a record and then cops. That would be kind of interesting, right? Okay, David would be David day one, but he didn't. Yeah, right. Like he didn't actually leave. He was just there for 30 days. That was weird too. I didn't love that. Rachel, the winner of 47, and Shaheen on 48 were both alternates for 46. Izzy was so much fun to hang out with in person too. I'm friends with her. Izzy seems like a fun hangout. Like she's just got that energy that you'd be like, yeah, this is gonna be a good time. There you go. We'll vote you in, Ori. Let's see. I'm not ignoring. I promise, Bondo. Is that Gallon?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? What are you in for? Yeah, what are you in for? Huh? What was found out about BB27? So they posted this like video and had like little, Easter eggs in there. And I thought it'd be funny to do like, let's break it down and find the secrets. But there's nothing to find, right? Like there's like a meme there with Nicole and Jesse. There's like a clip from Derek when they did the mouse that was in the house and they had to keep everybody up for the whole night. There's like a little clip here from when they had media people in there playing like a mini game of Big Brother. And there's like the FBI, the BBI thing for T-Core Chemo and Joseph when they blew up the Pentagon. Little Easter egg for Danielle being on the Traders, the BB25 wrap up. Some other little Easter eggs in here too. But yeah, the big thing is this week we should be getting like concrete information on when the premiere date will be. Usually it's right around this time anyway, this time of year, but they're ramping up all the little teases. So it's gonna be coming. It's gonna be coming. Where are we at here? Austin, the runner of Survivor 45, was originally slated. The runner-up of season 45 was originally slated to be an alternate season, and found out he made it last minute. Oh wow. I don't know if you know this, Ori, but Jared Fields was originally supposed to be on Survivor David versus Goliath, but he was dropped out, replaced by Davey. Really? That sounds like a win for us too, because Davey was awesome. I like Davey on David and Goliath. So cool, Ori. What day is your 12-hour stream? Next Sunday, May 11th, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Ori Palooza. We'll be doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate my birthday. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you come on out. We're going to be doing a tier list of the entire Big Brother players, right? Like every player of Big Brother We're putting them on a tier list. You guys will get to have your say in it too as well. It's gonna be a good time. We'll play some other games. We'll probably be watching some videos and stuff like that. But it's gonna be a good time. Sunday, May 11th, next Sunday. Make sure you guys come on out. Let's see here. MJ had the game in the bag and she screwed herself over. I'm like, why are you even here, right? Like, why? And that's the thing, right? MJ played, if she would have taken out Chelsea, she would have played what I would have considered actually probably a really good game. I would have been like, yeah, you know what? MJ did what she needed to get to where she had to, right? Got herself to the end, made alliances along the way, right? She kind of got taken in by Chelsea, but then kind of used that to her advantage and was able to get to the end. And if she would able to pull that off, I think she probably wins. I think she beats Cam if she takes him. So yeah, it was really one of those. That's the exact situation where it's like, hey, listen, I get it. You want to play a loyal game, cool, but don't screw yourself over and not do what you need to do to win. I love Angela from BB26. Good old crazy eyes. Half cops, half criminals. Cops are guaranteed to be good, aka BB26. Kenny was a dud. That is true. Cops are not guaranteed to be good. They are not. In fact, I really can only think of one cop that was good, right? Like, if we think back of all the cops that have ever been on Big Brother, I really can only think of one that was good. Maybe BB27 will return to the end of June instead of July. Hopefully. Love to hear BB is coming back, and then can't wait for it to end. It can drag sometimes, but hopefully not this year. Ori, please don't tell me I tuned in too late again. I love you, dude. Well, we're still going for a little bit. I think we got, maybe like just under an hour here where we'll chat. I might jump into a little bit of games here in just a bit. But we're hanging. We were talking about some BB, all the little teases they've been doing for us. There was no reason for MJ to take Chelsea. Stop casting these loyal game people. Yeah, don't let loyalty get in the way of the big money. 100%, Tommy. 100%. Because it's in the nature of the game, right? Like, I get it. All right, you want to play a loyal game, but to play this game, you can only be loyal for so long. The name of the game is to eliminate all of the other players, right? So at some point, you're going to have to cut somebody that you promised you wouldn't cut. And that's just the nature of the game. So I'm totally cool if you want to play like a loyal game and be true to your word for the most part. Cool. But when it comes down, when it really matters, you got to do what you got to do to win. You got to do what you got to do to win. Cops versus criminals and lawyers. Ooh, yeah, Derek was the best cop. And honestly, I think I can't think of another cop that was like, oh yeah, they were really good at BB, right? Like, I can't think of one. Have you played more of your NCAA recruiting dynasty? No, Gown, I actually haven't done that yet. We should get back into that soon. Be loyal to yourself. Exactly, Laura. Exactly. You got to put yourself first. You got to put yourself first. And if you're not doing that, what's the point of even being there? What's the point of even being there? Let's see. There was no reason for MJ. You don't get loyalty get in the way of the big money. Angela traveling around foreign countries and losing her stuff. What Amazing Race is going to be so good. What's going on? What are we talking about? So I can contribute. Well, BB was just kind of doing teasers, right? They're really starting to kind of get things rolling on the BB hype train. I think they're even a little bit late on it, right? I tried doing that almost a month ago now at this point. But it's getting time, and I can almost guarantee this week we're going to get full confirmation of when the premiere date is and some other more information. Other than that, we're not going to get a lot more than that, right? Like, don't expect, a theme or big announcement of some kind of twist or anything like that, because the cast isn't even cast yet, right? Like they're not even officially done with the casting. They have got another casting call coming up where Cerie's going to be there. So don't expect like big, great game breaking information out yet, but just premiere date, stuff like that, and really kind of get us ready for what's coming here. Exactly, Gallon. You're playing for the money at the end of the day. You gotta do what's best for you. We need the revenge of the janky season. It's gonna be so much fun. It's all over the place topic wise. Hey, what else is new, Kara? What else is new here on an Ori stream? Wait, but Roland Angela is going to be on The Amazing Race? Yes, Megan, you don't know this? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let's see. Here we go. Gosh, this is like the smallest picture in the world, but it'll do. Like it's where are the pixels? Where are the pixels in this thing? Can we get some more pixels in this picture? Can we just get like a few more pixels in this picture here? Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a better picture. There's gotta be a better one out here somewhere. Let's see. Let's see. I guess if I do it this way, it's better. All right, well, move this. Not asking for much. It's just a few pixels. Just a few. Just a few. All right. See if this works. All right. Here we go. So this is. Oh, I can't even click it to. Hate it. So you got Tucker and his brother. You got Angela and her daughter, Rubina and her sister, Chelsea and her father, Jag and his brother, Kylan and Taylor. I don't know why it's 2BB when everybody is BB and family, but it is what it is. Izzy and her partner, Turner and his wife, Natalie and her sister, Enzo and his brother, Kate and I don't know if they're married, but boyfriend, I think, dating, Joseph and his brother, and then Hannah and her sister, all on the Amazing Race season that's going to be coming up, Amazing Race 38. I'd imagine it's probably going to air towards the end of Big Brother, right? Like if not even overlapping with the show. But yeah, all the teams are a BB player and their family member, and then you have Kylan and Taylor, which I guess they're dating, right? So like that's a thing, but it just doesn't feel in the spirit of what the twist is, right? Like it just doesn't feel. I don't know. It doesn't feel. I don't know. Like why wouldn't Rubina and Tucker just team together then? Right? Like if this was an option, why would they take the family? Why wouldn't they just team together? Because you would think they would have a little bit more, knowledge of how to play these people, right? Whereas you're bringing in your sister and your brother who, hey, maybe they're great, but there's that question marks. Like, are they as good at these competitions as Tucker is, right? Like, is Eric just like Tucker? They are pretty much twins, right? I think they even are twins, like officially twins. Like, wasn't that a theory? Like, wasn't that a theory that Tucker was doing the twin twist for a little bit? But yeah, this is going to be the Amazing Race season that's going to be coming up. Where are we at here? It's a fun chat, though. Wonder what happens if they let a group of former players cast BB. It'd be interesting. I thought I heard Rachel was involved in casting. Maybe she's not on the show, but she might be. We ain't getting any jazz about the show, but I do have to ask about maybe having vets this season. Would you like that? I'd prefer all newbies, right? Like I in general like newbie casts rather than having some kind of returning player, or even like a vet from another show. Like when they bring Suri in, I just feel like it brings like a weird dynamic that changes how the game would go. That it was just all people starting fresh on pretty much the same foot, right? Like nobody has a leg up in any way. So that would be my preferred way, but I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out that they're gonna have some kind of something, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, it's lots of BB, all BB players. I pity the person that U-turns Angela. Tucker is too much for me. I would love to see Corey and Zach. So they were alternates. Corey and Zach actually were alternates for this season in case like somebody had to drop out last minute. They were ready to go, but they didn't make it. I thought Corey and Jessica were good on Amazing Race. They won because of her doing so good. They did pretty well, right? Like I think a lot of the BB players that have gone on the Amazing Race have done decent, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Corey said, "I'll bet Jag and his brother won the Amazing Race." Yes, Megan's going to be on there to double their chances, Ori. That's true, right? You do end up doubling your chances there, I guess. But I don't know. It to me, Kylan and Taylor being together, it feels kind of like against the nature of it. Like to me, part of the fun of this is we don't know Eric. We know Tucker. We don't know Lexi. Listen, Lexi seems pretty cool. I'm just seeing a picture, but she seems pretty cool. How about Rubina's sister? I bet she's pretty cool. Jag's brother? How about Chelsea's dad? We've heard stories of Chelsea's dad when she was in the house. I'm excited to see what he's all about. Same with Paige. We know Kylan and Taylor. There's nothing new to learn about them. How about Megan? We heard about Megan. Turner talked about her all the time. He adores Megan, right? So let's find out why he loves her so much. Same with Natalie's sister, Enzo's brother. Like all these people, these are new, fresh people that we can then learn. Kylan and Taylor are just Kylan and Taylor. We know everything about them. You know, if you're gonna do this, like do it right. You know. Taylor doesn't got a brother or sister or a cousin or something she can bring with her. Kylan doesn't have somebody else he could have brought along, right? I don't know. I like all newbies on BB. I almost like they just want Taylor. I'm not a fan, right? I'm not 100% either. I wonder how Tucker is going to do with a hyper dyslexia. That was one of the problems for him when he lost the challenge that sent him home. Yeah, so like he also had issues too because he had to do the AI thing where he had to look up in the encyclopedia. I also like I've never been diagnosed like officially, but I 100% have like an auditory dyslexia. See, it even comes out now. Like I'll try and like say words and they almost sound right, like they're gonna come out properly, but then they don't. It happens with names a lot, like a lot, and I it's just a thing. So hopefully he's able to get around it. Lots of reading on the Amazing Race. Got to read those clues. Let's see what the kick chat's saying. Where are we at? Definitely far behind here. Not asking for much, just a few pixels. There's plenty of spoilers out there for this season. Kate and Alex are dating, not married. Great info, Tim. But then Tucker and Rubina, so weird. At least a dating couple, better than two BB players together, right? I feel like Kylan and Taylor are going to compete separately, but then one of their partners, likely Taylor, dropped out. Maybe. To me, it feels like they wanted Taylor, and she said, "I'll only do it if Kylan comes." That's my guess. That's my guess, but I don't know that for sure. I wondered that, Tim. I wouldn't mind returnees as coaches. To me, it's the only thing that makes sense. Suri didn't even start with them. She was inside drinking champagne. That's right, Laura. Hannah and Simone were originally alternates as well. Were they really? Who dropped out? I wonder who didn't make it on, because I remember there was like the list earlier, but I forget the whole one. Allison, Donnie, 5th, 10th place out of 10. Oh, not great then. Not great then. Jordan and Jeff were 7th. Not great either. Cody and Jessica won. Derek and Claire won. Those were not reality family friendly. Janelle and Brittany 8th. Not great. Rachel and Alyssa 7th. Not great. Nicole and Victor 4th though. Respectable. Brendan and Rachel 3rd. Both times they were 3rd. Really? And that's it? So yeah, hit and miss. Hit and miss, right? Probably just as many finished, in the bottom half as finished in the top. 2 winners though. 2 winners is something to kind of talk about. Let's see. Anything else here? No. How about over here? Rachel, well, let's see if Rubina and Tucker didn't want to see themselves together. If their relationship doesn't work, better go in with family than a relationship. You know what? That's a good point too, right? Like, yeah, things are great for them right now, I think. As far as I know, I don't know. But what if down the line, right? What if down the line it doesn't work, right? Then you can never go back and watch this season. You can never go back and like really enjoy something that you did. That's a good point. That's a good point. Rachel does something with the casting on things like that. I've heard her talk about casting for different shows. Well, that's the thing. I don't know if she's doing like Big Brother stuff, but I think she's doing other shows. And there's a lot of former players that are doing stuff like that. What was her name? Blonde hair, kind of like a bob haircut. I think it was BB17. Megan? Maybe? I think it might have been Meg. She does casting for I think it's The Circle on Netflix. So yeah, there's a few out there that do little things. Kylan and Taylor shouldn't have been on The Amazing Race together, right? Like it just feels against like the spirit of what they were trying to do, right? Like it just doesn't fit right. Definitely shouldn't have been. I'd rather see Red and his wife instead of Kylan and Taylor. Ori, maybe you're drinking. Maybe I am. Norma, maybe that's the problem. Are we sure that BB Arena will work this time without Tucker? We'll have to see. I'm a strong proponent that the only reason BB Arena was loved as much as it was that people liked Tucker and Tucker was winning. If they didn't like Tucker and Tucker was winning, they wouldn't have liked BB Arena. Like, it's very simple. And it feels like nobody wants to admit it, but it's the truth. I also think it stayed around way too long. I think it stayed around at least 2 weeks too long for me. I don't mind it in like the first few weeks, but I just felt like it wasn't something that I want to see for half the season before we even get to the jury phase. It's all that. It was like you're not even playing real Big Brother at that point. I get that what they were going for. It also, I don't think, even really gave them what they were going for, because it wasn't like people didn't have kind of a stack ranking of who was leaving no matter what happened. So I don't know. To me, it feels like it's just not worth it. But I think we've heard that there's a good chance that it's coming back. I don't ever want to see Red again. Meg, yeah, it was Meg. I love hearing BB having vets on BB. They come in ready to play, and sometimes not good, but play BB US. I want drama. I want to feel like I'm watching 13 or Canada season 5. Yes, and the thing is, you need to pick the right vet, right? You can't just throw any vet in. You need to pick the right one. And then even then, to me, it just feels like you get such an advantage as being someone who's played this game before, or even just any game before. It doesn't matter if you've never played BB before. If you've just been on a reality show before, it gives you such an advantage over the other players. You would think it would paint a target, but really what it ends up doing is everybody just ends up giving all that person information because they want them to trust them. So that's always been my sticking point with it. But I get you, right? Like, BB Can season 5 is probably one of the best seasons of Big Brother Canada ever. And it was half and half. Maybe that's more the way you do it, where it's like a versus type of thing. Because I feel like when you have like one, like putting Suri in there and then also giving her son, right? Like it was a whole thing. Meg Malley, yes. Was that her last name? I wish the old ESPN comp came back. It was a race across America. Teams did tasks while racing. They could only get one favor per person. Really? I don't know if I remember that. Like I feel like I maybe remember that a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up. Tucker, I know I'm in the minority, but I don't know. See, here's the thing. I like Tucker, right? I thought he brought like chaos to the season, and it was a lot of fun having him. But like I said, if he wasn't loved by the fan base, at least the majority of the fan base, people would have hated BB Arena. Right? Like, honestly, actually, you're probably a good person to ask then. What do you think of BB Arena? Right? Like, what's your take on it, Kara? Because you're someone who doesn't necessarily like Tucker, and he was winning it the whole time. How do you feel about it? Donnie had the best letter from home ever. Hopefully people won't win a secret HOH and then tell everyone in the house, aka Quinn and Jag. Exactly, Uri. You have to pick the right vet. I agree so much. Maybe have a vet and a newbie team up. That's the thing. Maybe like a 50-50 thing, right? If you're gonna do it, it just feels like when you put like a one player in there that's a vet, it gives like such a weird dynamic to the rest of the house. And it just ends up being kind of a thing where at least if you have vets and newbies, right? Like the half and half, it kind of forms like a weird dynamic where it's us versus them. Even though it never really is an us versus them, the vets still always have the advantage. But it's interesting. Ori, the team, Hannah Simone replaced Donnie and his wife. Oh, Donnie and his wife were going to be on there? Wow, I didn't know that. Hopefully people won't win the secret. I like the Amazing Race when they couldn't borrow phones. And right, like that's a thing too, right? Like now everybody's got a phone. Everybody can just pull up maps, right? Like that, I feel like that should be a rule, right? Like you have to like figure it out some other way. You got to find like a store that sells maps or something, you know? But it's such a, you would have to make it like a rule, like a full on rule. Because otherwise they're so unavoidable, right? And like that's something you don't even think about, right? As a change from when the show started to now, how iPhones are in everybody's pocket, right? It's just, it completely changes a big part of the race. BB Arena was a fun twist, gave people another chance. Okay. Or imagine if Kenny was winning the arenas and it went too long anyway. See? That's my point, right? If that was happening, people would have lost their mind and they would hate it. They would absolutely hate it. I wish Corey and Zach would have gone on. That was such an obvious pick they missed. Right? Because then you get not just the BB people, you get maybe a little bit of Survivor people with Zach, huh? I mean, it's the Amazing Race 1 when it was more than one or two continents per season. Two teams actually booked their own flights and there wasn't a limit to what they could book. Oh, that's right. Yes, because what they used to do is they used to have to go like find the flight, and they used to have to find like the earliest flight they possibly could. So one of the things they would do is they would go to like one airline and they would book the flight for one time, but then they would go look and see if there was an earlier time, and they would try and book that one as well. I remember because that was like a whole like thing on who was like good at doing that stuff. And I wonder, because I mean, like, that's a thing. I haven't booked airline tickets in a long time, and also when I did, it was just online. Like, what? Like, I wonder if that's kind of just a change in the way airlines work, that maybe that makes it harder to do now. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm with you on that, because it really led to different gaps, and people could pull ahead, and there was, you know, a lot more like jumping around. That was always fun. Airport drama used to be a central to the show. Now it's non-existent, and that made for a lot of entertainment. Yeah, I remember there used to be like lots of fights where people would like you know, book on one flight, and then like they had like a little alliance with another team, and they would go and like sneak off and book like another flight. Sometimes flight scrambles are so bad teams got stranded for hours and hours at airport travel agencies. Oh, that's crazy. Well, darn, I would have loved Donnie and his wife. Not excited about Hannah. Let's see, over on the YouTube, Corey and Zach would have been so great. Not super athletic, but strategic. They would have come up with some crazy stuff. Just because you played great before doesn't mean you'll play great again. That's very true. Very true. Oh, I missed a couple of stuff here. Wouldn't want to see it every season, though. They should make it BB where if you tell you don't get that. That was a big thing I was saying last season, right? With all the secret powers, make it a rule that you can't say anything. You're not allowed to, you know, actually say like, oh, I have a power. And if you do, you lose your power. I think that should be a part of the rule. I was saying that back when Matt won his power to save Jag. And I still feel that if that was a rule, I don't think Jag even gets voted out that week. Because if Matt doesn't tell, I think they vote blue. I don't know if that's where they would have landed, but it was bouncing back and forth, and I feel like Sari would have taken that chance. She would have taken out blue, and the only reason she didn't take out blue is because she didn't want like the weirdness of blue being the one to leave and come back into the game. Because if she did that, it's much more awkward with the whole Jared situation, right? Where if Matt doesn't tell that information, she doesn't know, and what you don't know, you don't care about, and would have voted out blue. That's how I feel. But I don't know if that's 100% how it would have went, because they were so flip-floppy anyway. But I feel like keeping it a secret is such a big thing. It's game-changing. It's absolutely game-changing when you have to keep it a secret. Yeah, coup d'etat had to be kept a secret. He couldn't, when Jeff had that, he couldn't tell Jordan. Jordan was like mad at him, and he was like, I couldn't tell you, I wasn't allowed. She was really pissed off. Like, she was like, why didn't you tell me you had that? And that it leads to more fun. A secret is always more fun than an open secret, right? Like an actual secret is always more fun. Vets have to play the game so different coming in, so I like the dynamic because it changes the norm, but not drastically. Saw that one. With the arena twist, they should have the same people always playing each week. They should have to skip a week before they can do the arena. Oh, that's interesting. That's a nice little twist on it, right? I'm not 100% sure how it would work out, but I like where you're going with it a little bit, where it's like you couldn't always just save yourself, right? Like if you saved yourself last week, you use the arena, right? You have to wait a week before you could try and do it again. I wouldn't mind a secret HOH in the beginning of the game before people get to know each other. that too, right? Like do the secret stuff a little earlier in the season when like it's a little bit more chaotic. I also, one of the things I really liked was the reverse nomination thing. I know a lot of people didn't love it where the first nominees of BB25 were picked by a competition. I kind of liked that because what it did, it felt like it changed the game up a little bit. Also, I feel like we can get off of this screen, right? We don't need to have the Amazing Race people up. It changed the flow of the game a little bit, right? Because one of the things that happens early in the season when someone wins HOH, there's kind of like a bottleneck. Nobody can really talk game except if you're talking to the HOH, because you have to worry about like, oh, are they going to put me up if I say the wrong thing to the wrong person? What I liked about 25, because we started with 4 nominees before we even had an HOH, you had to talk game, right? Like if you were one of those nominees, you had to go talking to everybody. Everybody had to start talking with everybody and try and figure out like, hey, if they win HOH, like maybe they'll save me. Or, hey, like if I'm in trouble, I'm going to need some votes. So what it kind of did, it kind of flipped that on its head where instead of there being a bottleneck now, it really opened up the game talks. And I really like that, at least for the first week. I thought that was an interesting concept. And I also really like the mid-season twist they've been doing recently. Like, I know they're not working out all the time. Like, Zombie Week sucked. Janky Week wasn't great, but it was all right. And the Direfest Brochella thing, it had its flaws, and it didn't work out great because of the way the live feeds got affected. But I like the concept of it, and I think that's really good. So there's some things that I would like to see tweaked. But I think it could be good. They need to bring back that back and enforce it. I 100% agree, Laura. Keep things secret. There was an Amazing Race season where one team was like half a day behind, but caught it up with the pack because teams in front of them had been waiting like 7 hours at a travel agency for a flight. And the team that had been a half day behind came back to win it all. Dang, that's pretty cool, Tim. And like the other thing is too, you can let that stuff happen. And even if you don't like the idea that somebody could completely out of the game, guess what? You could easily fix that problem almost at any point by just saying like, you know, how they'll do like sometimes it's not like a train or a bus, but like they'll have like a ferry. They have to catch a ferry. But instead of them like booking it themselves, they have like 3 times available, and like the first team gets the earliest time, and like the second team gets the earliest time, and then the next few teams get like that middle time, and then like the last place teams get, you know, the latest time. And what you can kind of do with that is just be like, hey, look, they're like 7 hours behind. Let's make that first time at least give them like 4 hours to catch up. Right? Like let's pause this a little bit and not have that first time and be till later. And then that way it kind of tightens the pack back up naturally. So I think they should let that stuff happen more. You know, it makes it more interesting and kind of like that underdog story of like, hey, they were so far behind, but they were able to catch up. You'll never see a team fall behind because or a day or more because the Amazing Race teams are all on the same day or 2 flights now. And that's the thing, right? Like spread it out a little bit more. Let it get a little crazy. Where are we at here? Jared had other things on his mind, not the money. That's true. But that's what makes the game. Keep your cards close to your chest, 100%. I think Amazing Race Cast will be one of the best ever for the entertainment. Hopefully. I wouldn't mind if the same people couldn't play for the veto every week for as long as possible. You know what was a thing that at first I didn't like, but then as it went on, it started to kind of actually work. In Big Brother Canada, I forget what season it was. It might have been like season 7, maybe they started this. I forget exactly when, but they started a thing where the HOH wasn't allowed to compete for veto anymore. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that, right? The HOH should be able to defend their noms. But then what ended up happening was you saw the veto used more and more and more. People really started using the veto. Hell, there were a couple seasons every week the veto was used. So I think I actually like that idea, and I wouldn't mind if they brought that over to the US. I'm sorry, but if we're playing Goldfish, I'm gonna try to convince you don't have a 5 if you need a 5, right? Good night, everyone. Fun to share with you all. Night, Otter. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I also think the teams shouldn't be able to team up, especially with BB. The arena slowed down the game talk throughout the week compared to BB25. They talked game all day. That's true. And what kind of stinks too is the game talk you would end up getting was always really simple, right? Because it would end up being like, all right, there's 3 options and we really can't talk that openly. But like one thing we kind of always know for sure when we're doing this, they would have the target who gets voted out no matter what. You have the somewhat at-risk person that if the target is safe, they go home. And then you had one person that like no matter what, they were safe. So there was always like a stack ranked order to the vote. So it's like it made it actually even easier to figure out going into eviction night as opposed to like, what's going to happen? We don't know who's going to be. We got to scramble for the votes. No, we already know what's going to happen no matter what the turnout is. And it was like, I get what they're going for, but you're not going to get that result. The only way you would get that result is if you had veto on the day of eviction. If you had veto on the day of eviction and you didn't know if the veto was going to be used or not, and you didn't know who that replacement nominee was going to be, and then it happened and then you voted, that's how you get what you want. That's the only way it would happen. Other than that, they're always going to have a way of being like, oh yeah, we don't even really need to talk. We know this happens. And if this happens, this happens. And it was just so formulaic. And I wasn't a fan of that. I never watched BB Can, unfortunately. Oh, Kara, you are missing out. You are missing out really hard on BB Can. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, top tier. I put them in like the top end of some of the best US seasons. BB Can 5, there's an argument. It's a top 5 season ever of Big Brother. Ever. It's that good. It by far has the best double eviction. It's got the most fun double eviction ever in the history of Big Brother. There is almost nothing that beats the BB Can season 5 double eviction. It is just pure gold. Absolute gold. 6 is okay. 7's all right. 8 is a total waste of your time. COVID happened. It was a thing. Even before then, we'll get into it when we do our tier list next Sunday. Even before that cast, I think, was going to go down as an all-time terrible cast, no matter what. 9 was a lot of fun. I really liked 9. 10, it's all right. It's chaotic a bit. Right, like it's kind of all over the place. A lot of bad play, so you're just like, oh man, these guys are terrible. 11 is when they took away live feeds, so it was kind of rough for the fan base. But I would still say like the episodes are worth giving a watch, right? And then 12 was the last one. They've canceled it after 12. There would have been 13. We would be getting ready for the finale of BB Can 13 right now. But sadly they canceled it last season. And 12 wasn't great. I'm going to be honest. 12 was pretty lackluster. Here's the thing. They brought people back. They brought back 2 players that had played before, one of which who I actually very highly respect as a player. I think he's one of the best to ever play. But it's a boring play, right? Like the way he plays the game isn't that exciting. And when he had kind of all these newbies just running circles around all of them, right? And it was just like, that's kind of the issue sometimes when you bring a vet in, is they're so good that it just chokes the season and there's no excitement that really comes from it. Plus, there was no live feeds for that one either, and it just would really it was not great. It was not great. Let's see where we're at here. You'll never see a team. Closest thing you have to that was Carson and Jack on the Amazing Race 37 fell 3 hours behind due to a navigation error and came all the way back from that. Dang. That was season 7. Season 7 was when they did the HOH thing? Maybe. I would like to see the players voting out for whoever they want, not who the HOH wants. The HOH is out of power. 100%, Laura. 100%. Once the nominations are done, once the renom is done, HOH is out of power. You can do whatever you want. And they can't even play next week. So who cares if they're mad? You can put them up. 11 and 12 are pure trash. They're not great. They're not great. I think 11 has some redeeming qualities. Like a little bit. There's some stuff to see. There's some fireworks to see. But yeah, it without the live feeds, it was rough. It was real rough. I think you watch it on Daily Motion. Is there a way I can rewatch it? Yes, Kara. Like Butterfly said, they might be on Daily Motion. I think sometimes they're even on YouTube. You can find some. But also, if you need links, let me know. Either hit me up on Discord or hit me up on Twitter. I can't post the link here. But I have a 100% solid way you can watch it. Just let me know. You're not alone, Kara. BB Can goes hard, no doubt. Season 1 was a big punch for me. Yeah, BB Can, once it came along, I was so excited about it. It was so much fun. 11 and 12 gave us digital dailies, no live feeds. Yeah, it was the death nail for the show, right? It's what officially did the show in to where we don't have Big Brother Canada anymore, was losing the live feeds. Which is why I think the US will never do that. The only thing I think they would do is maybe just to have the Pluto feeds where there's like, they're free and they're for commercials, and not have the Paramount Plus ones anymore, because you can't even do the flashback feature. But other than that, I think they know, like, they can't take away the live feeds. It would kill the show. I think they never should have brought 2 players back. Anthony and Spicy V took over that season as much as I loved both of them, right? And like, I still think that Dougie deserves to win. Like, I think he played the best game that season, and he kind of got a little bit robbed by a bitter jury. And it is what it is. I think they should have kept the split house twist. I agree, Wolfie. I think that's a really good twist they need to bring back. They need to tweak it a little bit. I want the split to be random, right? Like, I don't want them to be able to gamify who goes where. And don't do it in the backyard. Do it in like that, like, comp space, right? Like, put a porta potty in there or something, right? Make it so that we don't have to lose the live feeds every time there's a wall yeller or something goes wrong in the backyard. I get the idea of having them live in the backyard, but you can also do something like weird and gross in like that competition room. Make it like stinky or something. I don't know. And then that way you would always be secure in the live feeds and it doesn't ruin anything. I never watched Can either, but I want to check it out. Yes, listen, guys, if you want to check it out, hit me up on Discord, hit me up on Twitter. I'll get you a link and you can watch all the BB Can episodes and check them out. I highly, highly recommend them. Will do, Ori. Thank you. I've got links if you need and can help. Just need to be quiet. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We need to be quiet about it. We need to keep it on the down low. But if you need them, we got you, and we'll take care of you, because it's highly worth it. Especially, like I said, if you don't watch any other seasons but 1, 2, 3, and 5, cool, right? But you need to watch those 4. Those 4 seasons are up there with some of the best ever. I would like them to have intruders on BB, like on BB Australia. People having new players all the time kept the game going to me. That's an interesting concept. Paramount took Canada off the platform, and I'm so sad. Oh, no. Yeah, me and my sister just checked. So sad. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Because I know they used to be on there too. They finally took over the top off as well. They did. Interesting. I want them to show the HOH comps at the end like they used to. How do we find you on Discord, Ori? My hubby has one. Give the bot a second and it should give you a link here to join the Discord, or maybe it's fully Discord. I forget what the command is. That should give a link here in the chat any minute. Maybe not. I'll grab one anyway. But this is like our little server you can join on in. We're always talking about like Big Brother and all that kind of stuff. There's a link on the Kick side. Oh, it showed up finally. It showed up finally. There you go. There's the link. You can click that link and it should take you to invite where you can join the server. I'm on there and the name's just Ori. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time over there. Where were we at here? They finally took it off the shelf. Please watch BB Can all seasons. They're great. Generally love BB Can so much. I'm with you. I think it's fantastic. Fantastic. Which show? I was on the phone with Dad. Oh, we were talking about BB Can and just some of the cool seasons. I think because Paramount Plus, with the money they make, is it to watch Tom play? Allie!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Sup, fellow streamers at Hollow Destroyer.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing? We're having a good time here. It's hot as hell. My light burnt out. The whole thing. We were having audio issues earlier. We got all that fixed up. You know, the good old streaming stuff that happens. We're actually been talking a lot about the reality show Big Brother. I don't know if you're familiar with the show Big Brother, but I cover that a lot on YouTube. Daily live feed updates on it, and we're getting ready for the season. It's going to be coming in about like another month or two here. Just kind of chatting about all the little teases they've been dropping, because we should get an announcement for the premiere date within this next week here. Never heard of it, actually. It's a lot of fun. It's 16 people all live in a house. Have you ever watched Survivor? It's like Survivor, but in a house. 16 people all in a house. They're competing in competitions until eventually only 2 are left. And then a jury of some of the eliminated players, they vote on who should be the winner of the game. There's live feeds from the house, so you can watch it 24/7 all the time. It's a lot of fun. It's been a love of mine for a long time. Yeah, it's legit. I highly recommend you check it out. The ghosts Bruno had were trying to be 100% Gallon. Like, I'm over here in the dark. I'm over here in the dark because my light broke. Press weather for more. It's hot. It's hot here, Allie. I'm not having it. I need Arissa in my day-to-day life, just like Julie. How could I not just have them? Arissa was a great host, and she loved the show. Like, she was a fan of it. I still think if Julie ever steps away for good, bring Arissa on over. Bring her on over. Oh, good night, Norma. Have a good weekend. I would like to split house with Canada versus US. Have Julie and Arissa both host. I still think, and I don't know why they never did like a crossover. And tried that, because I think it would have been awesome. I think people would have loved it. But they never committed to it, and I don't know why. I don't know why they never did it. And there's still a chance, right? Like, why not now? There's no Canadian season, right? Let's do like a little mini BB US versus BB Can. Why not? Let's do it. Why not? Yes, Kiwi Traders on Sunday. We're going to be watching the Traders New Zealand, the newest season of it. It's the only Traders season that I have not seen yet. So we're going to start that on Sunday. Hopefully we can get through a good amount of episodes this upcoming week. And then by next Sunday, which will be Oripalooza, 12-hour stream, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., Sunday, May 11th. Make sure you come on out for that as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll probably watch a couple of episodes of that, especially if we get too bogged down in that tier list and we need to take a break. But we are going to be doing as well on that 12-hour stream a tier list of every Big Brother player ever in BBUS and BBCAN. We're tier listing them. We're going to have some rules that we have to establish because you guys will also have your say in where people go, probably through donations to the Ori Fund, where it's never required but always appreciated. And you're helping Oris everywhere when you support the Ori Fund. But we'll be doing a lot of fun stuff on next Sunday, May 11th. It's my birthday, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. It's going to be a good time, Oripalooza. So you're not going to want to miss that. You're going to want to stick around for that. It's going to be a good time. I wanted Netflix to pick up BB Can. The issue is, right? The big issue is there is like rights for the game of Big Brother in the US. So let's say Netflix picked it up. They could air it in Canada on the Netflix in Canada, but it wouldn't be able to be in the US on Netflix. And it's a shame, right? Because that's kind of what held Canada back, is they weren't able to really monetize the US market. And so many people in the US were watching Big Brother Canada. If they were able to monetize it better, oh my, they'd still be on. They'd still be on. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I also think one of the ways they missed out, and this is how I probably would have done it, is have the feeds have been paid for. They always did their feeds for free. Have them be paid for. People will just use a VPN. They'll sign up in from Canada, and they would have paid for the feeds, and you would have made a ton of money. A ton of money. But sadly, because they can't really market to the US, because the BBUS has the exclusive rights, it just really held them back. It really held them back. So no more BB Can, sadly. I would like a split house with Canada versus US. Have Julie and Arissa host both. That would be great. Or the way I keep cool, Middle South, a fan and a sheet. What I call the bubble sheet. It's nice. I like it. I like it. For those who in chat who have not seen BB, you must watch the live feeds. They are what really makes the show 100%. That is what makes the show, is the live feeds. I wanted Netflix to pick up Canada. Will the tier list be ranked on like power or iconic, important they are, and legacy? I think what I'm going to go for is like my barometer is going to be like how good of a player they are, right? Like I always like the idea of you put them in any random season, how likely they are to win the game, right? I won't lie and say that some personality traits might get a little bit of a bias from me, right? Like there may be some people that, you know, hey, I like them a little bit, so that bumps them up on the tier list a little bit, right? And that's just natural. But in general, I try and go for, if they played on any random season, right? If you took them, they've never played before, they're, you know, just a new player, but like the same person, no experience in Big Brother, and you put them on any season of Big Brother, how would they fare, right? Are they going to be first boot, or do they have a shot at winning? And that's kind of where I'm going to be trying to go with it. But again, there's going to be some personalities that I think it's going to be like, listen, we just got to put this person at least in a B, right? Like this person's too cool not to be in a B, right? So there's going to be a few of that. But also, you guys will have your say. I got to make some good rules for it so it doesn't get out of hand. But when you hit up the Ori Fund, you will be able to move players from a tier and override. If you feel strongly about an individual player that they should not be in the tier that I put them in, you can move them. You can override me. Be warned, chat was overriding each other, though. So that it got into a battle. It's why I gotta think of some rules. I gotta think of some rules to really narrow this down and make it so it doesn't get crazy. Your barometer got thrown to hell when people got involved. They really did, Laura. It really did. They probably made more money by having advertisers pay for the feeds versus the watchers. Maybe. Helping Oris anywhere is helping Oris everywhere. Exactly, Laura. Exactly. When are we doing the traders? Is it Sunday? Yes, this Sunday. So not tomorrow, but on Sunday, we're going to start the traders. 1 week from Oripalooza. 1 week out from Oripalooza, we'll be doing it. Whole business all day. Absolutely. All right. I think it is time to wrap things up, though. If I miss it, Ori, happy birthday. I love you. Take care very much. Thank you for all you do. You're very much loved and appreciated. I appreciate you so much for saying that. There's some BB players that never played because they had to leave before the show really started, like the season Adam 1 and Dick 2. How are you going to rank them? We're really just going like with Dick, for example, just the one season, right? We're just ranking Dick as a person. Right, so like that'll be a thing. If you had to leave, you're getting an F tier. That's where I'm putting you. Right, if you got expelled, a little bit of a spoiler. They're gonna be low. They're gonna be low. But I want to thank you guys all so much for joining me. What we're gonna do though, we're gonna raid on out on Kick to our good buddy Bruno. Let me see. Is there gonna be even on Twitch? Is anybody even on Twitch? I don't know. But we're definitely gonna raid out on Kick to our good buddy Bruno. You might know him. You might know him from BB Can Season 3. You might know him from BB Can Season 5. His name is Bruno. He goes by Capone Gaming on Kick. Here over on the YouTube side is a link for his channel. Go say what's up. Go say what's up to Bruno. I will see you guys all next time.